morning, you beautiful people out there, and welcome to Colour Me Happy. What better way to have a start of the Sunday, to have that beautiful colouring session. You'll notice that I'm on the other side of the studio today, so we're sort of having a bit of a switcheroony today. Ben's having a lovely day off, and so is Joe actually, so you're stuck with me for the day. But you know what? We have the most amazing deals throughout. First of all, I just want to tell you about, just if you didn't join us yesterday, and it's only for today only now, that you can go up a stage. Yes, so in your Club Inspire, we've got a taste of. So if you are bronze, you'll go up to silver. If you're silver, you'll go up to gold. If you're gold, you go up to platinum. So if ever you wanted, and you're stuck on that gold and you want to try a bit of platinum out, you can do that and you'll go up. And platinum, we haven't forgot about you. We're giving you an extra 5% off, which is incredible, especially when you see the deals that we've got. Now, first of all, we do have the most amazing deal. You can shop this show with the whole bundle. Now, don't worry, we've got it individual as well, and we've got smaller bundles. But actually, if you want to get a bit shiny, you want to get a bit metallic in your life, we have the most beautiful bundle ever, and I really do believe that. You've got a taster of everything here, from pens to ink pads to markers. It's incredible, and you're getting a black pad in here as well. So what you can see that we've got in front of you here is an amazing deal. Now this is £105 today, or £140, which is amazing. Now remember, if you're gold, you will get this at platinum price for £84, which is incredible. So we're going to have a closer look at everything that we've got on here. So Jamie, what did you just say then? £80 for platinum. £80 for platinum. That's incredible. If you've ever thought of a time to gift giving, this is it. You can split these bundles up, you can give them as gifts. That is exceptional. £80 if you are platinum price today. And remember, that is only for today. So let's take a closer look exactly what we're getting. But before we do that, on my own, am I? I've got my best buddy with me today. I'm so excited. Here he is. Craig's in the studio. Hiya, Craig.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you very much. I didn't know about that taste of.
Didn't you?
I didn't know anything about that.
I know. It's very good,
good,
isn't it?
Yeah,
very
really good.
Are you looking forward to the show?
I am indeed. I absolutely am. Do you know what I'm really looking forward to? And we were speaking about it before, and I said it on social media as well. The metallic range is not one that I tend to dabble in a lot. So I've had a lot of fun during the week by just playing and experimenting, and I'm kind of give you my take on some of the items that we've got. But boy, what a collection we do have, as you were saying a minute ago. It's fab.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to have a lot of fun today. And talking about fun, do you know what else we're going to do? We're going to sort of have a bit of a mix-up today. In the gallery, they've decided to set us a bit of a challenge.
They have.
Actually, not as much us a challenge, although it will be. We're also setting you a challenge out there. So throughout the day, in each show, the gallery team, which is our lovely George and Jamie, they are going to be setting us words in our ears, 5 words each. We're going to try and get in, nothing rude, I promise. Well, I hope they promise. We're going to be trying to get those words in, and we want you to guess what you think those words they are that we're feeding through us throughout the show. So it's just going to be a bit of fun. But to start with, we're going to be looking at this beautiful bundle and breaking it all down and seeing what we've got. Now, the first thing we want to look at is the actual metallic markers, which are just stunning. Now, if ever you wanted to learn how to just be a bit bolder with those metallics, the metallic markers are absolutely beautiful. So we have there's an 18-piece set. They're dual-ended, and I believe Craig's got a few samples to show us as well, so which are absolutely beautiful, aren't they, Craig?
They are, Debbie. They really, really are. And they're not just pens that you're going to colour with. What you can then start to do is you can dive straight in there, and you can colour the top of your stamps and stamp with them, which are absolutely beautiful. When it comes to your white cardstock, as you can see, they look lovely. But when it comes to your deep cardstocks, your blacks, your navies, this is when they're really, really set it off. As you were saying, Debbie, because they're dual-tipped as well, what you can do is all your effects. You know, go in with your spritzing tool, your black card. You know, that's just like the night sky, isn't it?
It's amazing.
To the moon and back. Very, very simple. But then you can go onto your different mediums. What about going on to your acetate? We've had our big sentiment dies. We've got our embossing folders. You can start to colour in. But then what to do is go in and do your stamping, go in with your embossing powders, and then colour in as well. But then just do freehand. So maybe you like to do your freehand. You've got a finer nib, but then you've got that flexible nib one end. If you have maybe your bigger stamps, maybe you've got your resist pads, go in, blend them in together as well. Colour in your elements. Go in, cherry pick sections. You can go in, there's another one here where we'll go in with our stamps as well. So whether you're going to be going direct onto your cardstock, scribbling onto your glass mat, spritzing with your water, going onto your different mediums, you can absolutely do that. Wait until you see some of the other things that you can do with these. Can't believe that even although that's a good price on its own, part of that bundle is, that's equally awesome.
I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? The deals at the moment absolutely blow my socks off. Now, just looking at these, that we've got precious metals, so just showing you what you're getting in each pack. So you've got your gold plate, you've got your gold nugget, your burnished copper, your antique bronze, your pewter and your silver ingot on those ones. Then we've got our antique elements. So now we're getting into sort of different types of golds and silvers there. So you've got your ancient bronze, your aged copper, your rose gold, your tarnished silver, your vintage satin and your antique pearl. And then our last one is our rare minerals. Wow, you're getting all of these pens, 18 for $26.50. Amethyst, blue topaz, jade green, your citrine and your red garnet and pink quartz. So you're getting loads in those ones, which are unbelievably priced today. All 18 markers, dual tipped. And like Craig said, I love the fact that you can do so much with them, especially because you can use them to with water reactive bits and pieces as well. Just a few hellos because we've had a few. You're already in this morning. I love that. So we've got Grace Barbara who's saying, good morning everyone. She's looking forward to all the shenanigans. Me too. Rachel Norton is in from Brighton Beach in South Australia, which is amazing. And then we've got Georgianne is saying, hi Debbie and Craig from Clearwater, Florida. Very nice. Carol's in this morning saying good morning to all the CC team and the crafty friends. Sylv Sparkley is in this morning. That's nice, isn't it? Sylv Sparkley. And oh, you're all coming through. So many people this morning. Anne Clark, Lil J Crafts is saying hi, and Anne Clark is saying morning Debbie. Melanie, it's going as I'm going through. I'm on my phone today seeing it all, but there's so many of you coming in. I really can't juggle all these names. There's so many of them coming through at the time. So, but what we're going to look at next is our, what we're looking at next, Jamie? We're going to the flip markers. Oh my goodness. You know what, Craig? I used these for the first time a couple of weeks ago. I've never seen them before. There's two markers, another one that I think is in the show as well. These are unbelievable, aren't they?
They are.
They're so beautiful in the way that you can colour down, they're smooth, but the colours are so extreme, and I love what they do. And I think, Craig, you've got some samples to show of these ones, haven't you?
I do. What you're going to get with these ones is you're going to get these different hues. Now, straight off, you think, well, these are beautiful colours. These are bold colours. These are bright and fuchsia. What you've then got, so if I turn that around, you can then look at that shimmer that bounces off. So you've got that shimmer in there that you can see here. Now, what we can then do is if you then go in with your embossing, you can start to colour over the top. When it comes into these ones, perfect for your lighter cards. Maybe you're going to go in with your darker cards, as I was saying before. You've got that finer nib, so it doesn't matter how you colour, where you colour, you're going to get that shimmer all the way through. When it comes to your deeper cards with your embossing, you can do that. Now, you think about your cardstock, of course. You think about your different mediums that you can do. But sometimes forget that those people that like to do their Model making, you know, if you like to do your jumbo jet, you like to then go in, do your little designs on there, you can absolutely do that. You're still going to get that kind of shimmer no matter what you do, what you colour, you can absolutely do that. So don't just think about your card making, your scrapbook pages, think about your model making, all of these you can absolutely do. You've got that shimmer, so many colours. I love these ones.
Oh.
Your turn. Finished.
I was reading your comments. That's what I was reading. So I was like away with the fairies then. Sorry, I was reading about people saying we look very dapper this morning, Craig, in our fashion choices. People are loving that your dapper looking jacket. We were saying about that earlier. So,
my cardigan.
Yeah, and Jeffrey is saying good morning, Craig and Debbie, and all the great superstar CTTV crew, and all the folks here this morning. Yeah, we absolutely reiterate that one. Yeah, just a quick look at those. So Craig showed us some of the samples, but these charts really show these colours off beautifully, and it shows how well they go together. So if I sort of move them, you get that, look at that variation. It's almost like that gold shimmer, isn't it, that you get going through those colours, which look amazing. So that's one of the sets that you're going to get, and then your other one, I love this. I mean, look at that. This one here, this one in the corner, the Cosmos, it looks amazing. That sort of navy blue and that gold really shimmers through there. So you're getting all 12 markers today for £22 or £29.50. And remember, you go up that stage all today. So whatever you are shopping for, you will go up to. So gold will go up to platinum, which means you're only paying £17.60 for those pens. What I love about that, Craig, it then makes all our gift giving accessible now. It makes it so we sort of, I know us in my family, we do a lot of setting a price for gifts, because it gets too expensive otherwise. So if you're setting £20, it means those markers are now in that price bracket to pay for that gift giving, isn't it?
And I think a lot of people will be doing that this year, you know, when it comes to gift giving. So yeah, perfect time to think about that.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So the next thing we're going to be looking at is our next set of markers, which are our paint markers. These ones are beautiful, absolutely love them. You're getting 9 in this collection for £17.50. That's a really good price for them. $22 if you are our US viewers. These are beautiful designs. You're getting 3 different colours in 3 different pens. So you're getting your sort of silver. Well, they're all the different colours here. So we've got our, I just call them, they've got names, but they're our silver, our sort of bronze and our gold. These are brilliant for Christmas, aren't they, Craig? I think if you're writing your Christmas cards out, there's something really nice about writing in a metallic pen.
There really is.
Yeah, so what do these pen offer us then, Craig?
So once again, what you're going to find, a lot of these metallic ranges, they're going to work perfectly, beautifully onto your black and your dark card that you can see here. Please feel free to go onto your lighter card, it still works. But whether you want to freehand with them, even this gold matte and layer is being coloured with them. Think about your dies that you've got, do your little doodling that you can see there, then your little notebooks, because these are going to go onto so many different materials. These are the high shine metallic markers. Now these are fully opaque as well, so as long as your surface is dry, they're going to work on so many of them. So even getting these ones, I know I've seen things like this now in the sales because we're past the spring and summertime. Get a hold of them and then give them to the kiddies that can then start to draw for the grandparents or something along those lines. Maybe you've seen Tom from Wilso the other day, and then maybe you want to do your little seeds in there, then you can do.
What a brilliant
nice idea. You
Handmade
can do that.
gifts, that's a great idea, Craig.
It is, isn't it? Because I was reading the back of a lot of the Wilso packaging, and a lot of them will say put them in little pots beforehand, before you put them out into the garden or wherever you pop them.
Right.
So nice little ideas. Once again, we're in that season now, whether you go into the Range, whether you go into Dunelm Milne or Hobbycraft, all these stores in the UK, you're finding these these blank baubles, you can then go in, whether they are a material, whether they are your polystyrene, whether they are a really, really hard material, you can do that, Debbie. You can draw onto them. You can then go in and paint. It is your metallic markers. As you said, and I'm the same as you, I think of them as silver, gold and bronze,
Yep.
you know. But then in each one, you've got your 3 different width nip. So you've got your fine, you've got your thicker, and then you've got that in between. So whatever you want to do, your fine writing, your mats and layers, all these covered. We'll show you just shortly as well.
Yeah, which is absolutely brilliant, and you're getting all of those colours, Dave, for £17.50 or $22. The next thing we're going to be looking at is some of my favourites, which are the Midas ink pads. Now, you know how much I love pigment ink pads. I know Craig does as well, but they are beautiful. And what I love about ink pads, especially pigment ones, is the possibilities to how to use them are endless. And the colours we have, I have never seen, apart from sort of the gold and bronze, I've never seen metallic ink pads where you can get them in these sort of rose gold colours and the pinky colours, which I think in itself is incredible. These are beautiful. They are pigment based, which means that you'll get true colours in here. They've got a chalky opaque finish as well. You can heat emboss with them. They're beautifully just presented. I love our ink pads as well, Craig, because of how you hold them. They're ergonomical, aren't they, in the hand? That oval feeling of being able to use them is really good, and it means you can get the tip down. You don't have to use the full ink pad if you just want to go straight in with that ink pad, which are absolutely incredible. You're getting all 4 ink pads today for $17.50 or $26.50. Your platinum price, you don't get them for £14. You're getting another 5% off of that. But if you are $13.30 for 4 metallic ink pads, that is absolutely amazing, and absolutely love those ones. So whatever you go for in our metallic range today, you are going to be finding something for you. Do you know what I was thinking earlier, Craig, when I come in and see all this product here, how amazing would that be to get them all through the post?
It would be, wouldn't it?
I mean, can you imagine opening a box of goodies like this with all that metallic and shine and so many things that you can do to them? Then the next thing, I didn't even know we still had these in stock.
I didn't, no, me neither.
Every time we get them in, they sell out. So if you want them, please grab them, because I know they'll sell again. And there's some, I think they're quite famous to us, which is our metallic pencils. The metallic pencils are like none other that you've used before. They are soft, they are blendable, they are pure wax, and they're pigmented with that metallic ink, which a metallic wax, which is absolutely incredible. What I love about these ones, they're not like your regular pencils. You can literally colour over the top and create different colours as well. They are just amazing. They're real layerable and blendable pencils. £11.69 today. That's crazy. Under £10 if you want to be a platinum member today and you're in the gold club. But also, if you're in silver, you will then go up to gold member as well. So you will get that saving on there. So remember, that is today only, and I can't tell you enough about that throughout the day because it's such a good saving, and it's that little taster that I think we're really good for letting you do, because it's exactly what we wanted. We're always striving to get up to that next level, to get that extra discount, which is amazing. And like Craig said earlier, we live in tough times at the moment, and we want those extra discount. And things today are quite affordable, which I love. So today you'll get those pencils, £11.69. And I think, Craig, have you got some samples of those to show us?
Yeah, I really, really do. Now, what I would say to these ones here, now you can absolutely experiment all you want. I would say you are predominantly going to use these on your black cardstocks, your dark cardstocks. That's when it really comes to life. Now, this one is a multiple layer. Now, as Debbie was saying, these are so rich and pigmented when it comes to these. Lovely, lovely smooth to colour in. So whether you want to cross them over, mix them together so you're blending them, you can absolutely do that. But I mean, look at that. Now, we have in the past done our resist pads. All you need to do is stamp whatever stamp design you've got and use your clear embossing powder, and then start to then colour. But then think about maybe the artists in your family. Maybe those, you know, it could be your son, your daughter, your granddaughter, grandson, nephew, niece that's going to art college and they're wanting to get the best of the best. There's a reason why we say that world-renowned artists are bringing and using our Spectrum Noir range. Now look at this, whether you are an artist, just sketching. Now I say that loosely because I could not do that, Debbie.
No,
but
me
you know,
neither.
if you know it, you have that knowledge. I mean, that's just sketching with them. I mean, look at this one here. Isn't that absolutely beautiful?
Wow.
And everyone I've just shown you there has all been done using that 12-pack of metallic pencils that you have got. So if you are just starting off really basics, following along exactly as Debbie said a moment ago, or you are going to gift them for those that are in art college or, you know, university, it's going to be a win-win.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I can't get over those when you can sketch with them. And what I do love is the fact that you can, if you are an illustrator, you have got artist quality in these pencils as well, which is amazing. Okay, next, I want to introduce these as something different to what they are, because I think these are magic markers. We're not allowed to call them magic markers because obviously they're not magic, but I think they're magic. They are dazzling magic markers because they are very clever. Again, I only used them a couple of weeks ago and I couldn't get over them. I wanted to use them all the time. I wanted to write everything with them. I wanted to colour everything in with them. It is quite amazing how it sort of splits the colour, which is absolutely incredible. Today we're looking at these. They're a 6-piece set, dazzling bright, for £10.79 or $13.45. Now, when I say outline markers, it's because they have this beautiful outline when you lay them down. But I'm going to let Craig show you as some of the samples for them, because I'm not kidding you, these are incredible, absolutely beautiful markers.
They really, really are. Now, what's fab with these ones is you lay that colour down and it is going to be silver. But then what you're going to get is a different coloured outline. That's why they're called outline markers. So we can see here, we're going to see if we can zoom in. Now, what we've got here is that gorgeous silver, but look at the outline all the way around that silver. You've got that fine lilac going on at a deep purple that we can see here. So what about your die cuts? Now look at that once again. So you've got that silver, but then you've got that fine outline. What about freehand that we can see here? So once again, all these colours are going on silver, but then what you've got is that colour outline. Another one again, so maybe you're going to draw around your sentiment dies. This one here was our, not our script stamps, our...
I know what you mean, and I can't think what they call it.
Not brush lettering
brush
stamps.
lettering.
That was it, brush lettering. So then popping them down on with a bit of light colour and then just following that outline with, I don't know why I'm leaning over like that. What am I leaning over like that for?
Where are you going, Craig?
No, where am I going? Where am I going? So then you can then start to colour around your stamped image, and then therefore within this one it's all silver, but you've got that lilac once again. And then here we go, freehand once again. So all these colours that lay down are going to be your silver, but you're going to get a different coloured outline all the way around, which are, well, as Debbie says, we can't really say they're magic, but I class them as magic.
They are like magic, aren't they? Do you know what I love about all metallic pens is with some things you get you can muddy the colours, can't you? And I think these are really clever because you don't get any mud puddles through them. You just get that beautiful shine how you put them down, and I think you get that beautiful metallic shine, which I absolutely love. So just to recap, now you can get these individually, you can get them in little bundles, but the best value today is to go for the whole bundle, which is incredible. And this is something you're just going to love getting through the post because everything in here is stunning. You're getting this whole collection that you can see here, and what we haven't mentioned is that beautiful artist quality Spectrum Noir black pad. You're getting 30 sheets in there as well, which is perfect, like Craig was saying, to use on your black cardstock. Any one of these products you're getting for £105 today. Now if you're a gold member, you are getting this for £84 today. If you are platinum, you are getting it for £80 today, so you're getting that additional cost off, because remember, everybody is going up that step for that taster. So we're going to head over to Craig. Craig, what's our first show on? What are you showing us?
So we're going to use our metallic pens. We're going to use one of the gold outlines as well. So what I've already done as well, I've taken the traditional rose die. Now, because this is all about our colouring, what I'm not going to do is die cut this one out. So the other morning I was sitting in my craft room and I was actually playing away with these. I had my morning jazz playlist on and I was just colouring away. So what I've done is I've die cut this one into the black, and then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use my Dotty tape runner for this one, and then I'm going to go around. I'm going to add this onto another bit of our black cardstock.
Oh.
And this is our pad that you've got. So I've even die cut with it, and I'm also going to lay this onto a piece of that black cardstock, and then we're going to go in and then we're going to colour.
Oh, I was interested to know where that was going when you said you're putting it onto black cards.
Yeah, because at first, I know what you're thinking, and at home you're probably thinking the same, Debbie. Well, if you're die cutting that in black and putting it in black, you're not going to see it.
Do you know what? I have found out a new technique though, is faux embossing. So when you put the same colour card, die cut onto the same colour card, it creates a faux embossed detail.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I
Looks
think
fab.
that's really clever. But I love the idea that you're going to be colouring this.
I am. So what I'm going to do, make it easier for myself, I'm just going to pop it right to the side, because then I'm going to freehand cut round the edge later on. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and as you were saying, this is giving you a faux emboss line. So it's given me that feel of a heat embossed outline. It's given me the grids all the way around to colour in. Now I know it is obviously really hard to see because it's black on black.
I have never thought to do that before.
Yeah,
Never.
gives you a little bit of a guide.
Yeah.
So think of these still as in stamps. So instead of that being a stamp to say, you stamp it out, heat emboss, and it gives you that ridged outline, just do it into your black cardstock. So it's a black card versus a black heat emboss line. So it gives you that feel. And then I'm going to go in with my rare minerals, and I'm going to go in with the amethyst. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take, because you've got your two nibs, you've got your finer nib at one end, and then you've got your brush nib at the other one as well. And then all that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and I would suggest try both nibs, see which one. This is the only thing with the metallic range when you're going to be doing them on screen for you to see. So I'm going to try and tilt this up so that you can see. And then try both nibs, see which one you feel is more comfortable for you colouring. And then all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in and I'm going to colour in between. So I'm going in all of these lines, and then I'm using the barrier of that die cut to hold in the colour. And don't worry if you go over the edge, because we're actually going to hide that just shortly. What I'm doing, Debbie, once again, I'm using that as a barrier. I'm using that as a guide for me to colour into, to freehand. Well, I say freehand. I'm using the edge of that as a guide.
So that was my next question. I was going to say, so what do you do if you hit the lines? But obviously we will find that out. So
Absolutely.
I do love this idea. I've done the faux embossing technique by doing a die cut, but I've never thought to colour one in. So I'm really looking forward to see the outcome of this one.
Yeah, within these ones as well, not only is it about the colouring, because some people, if you were to think about doing this, you're going to think, right, I'm going to have to be really careful, I'm going to have to be really neat, I'm going to watch that I'm not going to go over the edge of the black line. But then it's about ways of disguising it. So we talk about ways of disguising the attachment of vellum. You know, it's about thinking, how can you disguise them? So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and then we're going to keep on colouring. So I actually find it easier going in with that brush nib. And it just means that I don't have to be careful. You know, if I completely go over, don't worry about it, because we're not going to see it. So it's not even as if you have to take extra care.
Right.
But what we are going to go and do is we're just going to go in, and of course I'm not going to do the whole lot. So I was saying I've kind of pre-prepped the elements the other morning. So I'm going to go into these tiny little bits. And for me, when it comes to these tiny little bits, this is where this brush nib comes into play. So if you think about your illustrators where we talk about that little fine point, it helps to get into tiny little bits. Well, so does this. It's not the same nib within your illustrator, please don't think that, but you're still getting that same lay down because you've got that point, that really fine point at the top.
They're really nice nibs, these ones,
They
aren't they?
really are, aren't they? They really are.
And juicy pens as well.
Well, funny enough, I was just about to say that, yeah, the juiciness of the pens and the flow of the pens as well. I have had other metallic ranges in the past, and they've said that they've had a brush nib, but it just seems to flow out, Debbie. The nib doesn't seem to hold it. It just kind of puddles,
and
as
I've
you were
had
saying.
ones that have gone dry as well, and they don't seem to flow very well. They get a bit cloggy. These pens don't do that, which is amazing. Yeah, they're such lovely pens to create with.
They really, really are. But
I
then,
think there's something very special actually about a metallic marker, isn't there?
oh gosh, yeah, there really is. It's when it comes to Spectrum Noir, I think you'll find if you've been crafting for a while, or maybe you know about colour, we're telling you you can do things with our metallic range that at home you're going to be thinking, no, you can't. No, you can't. I've used metallic ranges over the years. You can't watercolour with them. You can't distress with them. You can't build colour. And now we're coming along with pretty much all of what we've got in that bundle, and we're saying they're water-based. You can spritz with them. You can blend with them. You can go on to different mediums with them. We're doing things that for so many years, other brands, other companies have been saying, no, you can't do. And we are doing it.
Do you know what I love about that, Craig? It actually looks like you are free drawing a flower. Because you cannot see your embossed detailed line there. So it actually looks like you are creating a flower right in front of our eyes. That's amazing. I love this technique.
And as you were saying, it gives that look. Now remember, I scribbled right over the middle, but you see how, you can't really tell. You know, if you're wanting that effect, as you've just said, you can't really tell. It's still giving you that free hand. So it's one of those cards, hopefully by the end, you're going to think, wow, but then you're also going to think, that's so easy. I don't have to be careful. I'm not having to stay within the lines. I'm not having to keep in mind the sort of teaching techniques that you may have heard from other brands in the metallic ranges out there. You go freehand and colour.
Love it, absolutely love it. And it just goes to show there's different techniques for everything out there, aren't there?
There is, there really, really is. And you know, we do say, of course, go back onto our YouTube and type the shows in the search or type the product in the search, but then use Pinterest, use Google, use other pages on YouTube to see what other people are doing. That's how we all learn. Even, you know, I still learn as well. I never come here saying I know everything, because I don't.
No, me neither.
I use all these what's the word? Ways to learn, tutorials. I do that as well.
Me too, absolutely. We were just talking about the other day, wasn't we?
We were.
When I did the embossing yesterday, and I learnt some new techniques myself. We never ever stop learning.
No.
It's just a wealth of knowledge, isn't it, out there online?
Well, that's it. It really, really is. We're always learning. We're always finding out things that we can do with our ranges. I know sometimes the product development team and Leanne are like, gosh, they'll maybe see a show or see something on social media and they think, gosh, even they didn't think of that when they were designing and creating a project. So this is it. It's that flexibility. It's that creative play that you've got. And yes, it's top quality, but when you're getting that at such an incredible price, for instance, say I coloured that, and let's say worst case scenario, Debbie, it was an absolute disaster and it didn't work.
Yeah.
You're not actually wasting a lot. You're not saturating that cardstock. That metallic is sitting on the top. And that is, yes, because of the quality within the pens or the stamps or the pencils, but it's about our cardstock. We don't just put it in for no reason. We then go in and we put it in because it complements the colour and medium. It's to do with the fibres, the science and all that goes with it. But you carry on colouring. I'm going to finish at this bit here. And then what I have already done is where you've got that faux embossed edge all the way around, using my silver pen, I've just done dots.
Oh, look at that.
Now look at that. So all that I've done is carried on colouring all the way round. Still let it dry, because look at that. You can see even that. Doesn't take long to dry.
Not at all.
But when you do set it to dry, it gets even stronger. So that in itself, in actual fact, I'm kind of thinking I could leave it like that, couldn't I?
It's just amazing. I mean, it's so beautiful. Someone would think you would took hours to do that.
You would. You really would, wouldn't you? For sure. But then what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in our metallic paint markers. Now remember, as I was saying earlier on, as long as your surface is dry, there is so many different mediums that you can pop these onto. So whether it is your cards, because of course I'm going to go onto the cardstock here, but then we're in that gift-giving season. I think we can well and truly now ashamedly say we are into the Christmas season of thinking about our cards, our gifts, what we're getting people, what we're making people.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
Imagine you do your name placement settings for your dinner table.
Oh.
You use your cracker scoreboard and you make your own little crackers and you decorate them with your metallic inks and pens. You can do that. So what I'm going to do within this one here is I'm going to go into, which is our 4, if I've got the right one, the 4mm. And this is our white multi-purpose cardstock. And all that I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the top and I'm going to go and I'm going to then take all of this and every little bit that is white, what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour. What I'm also going to do as well, Debbie, is I'm going to run just round the edge because I don't actually want that bit of whiteness to show. Because we've got all this darkness, we've got the black, we've got the amethyst, if I didn't do that, what could happen is we overlay it, you'll get a little bit of like a shine from the white edge cardstock.
Oh, yeah.
Now, sometimes that could look nice because it could create a little bit of a faux drop shadow, but for this style, I actually just wanted to cover it up.
Yeah.
So all that I've been doing a moment ago in that little emboss is pretty much scribbled. All that I'm doing now when it comes to this die cut layer is pretty much scribbling, and I'm going all the way around. So we're just working our way. Every piece of that die cut, we're scribbling, we're going on. We're not doing anything specific about laying it down. I don't need to worry about the crosshatch going in one direction, then the opposite direction. What we can go is we can go direct. We're going direct on and even on, so there's black card, and that gold looks as though a bar of gold, to me anyway, has been melted into place.
Do you know what I love about what you're doing here, Craig, is the fact that it's very rare we think about colouring die cuts in this way. We don't think about using our pens.
No.
And to have a metallic overlay like this, I think is so clever.
I appreciate you saying that, because what we have to think now, we never, the last thing we ever want to be is doom and gloom. But what you need to keep in mind as well is cardstock is getting so expensive now. The production of mirror card and mirror card and glitter cards are getting so expensive. Now, when you can get a good deal, grab it, absolutely grab it. But sometimes sometimes you look for a deal when you need something and it's not there. When you've got something like your metallic ranges, you can create your own. You know what I mean? So.
And also, Craig, when you look at this die, I don't know what the size of this die is, but it's got to be, what, a 6x6 die?
So just shy of that, 5.5.
So that's more than half of an A4 piece of mirror cardstock.
Yeah.
And look at the waste that you're creating on that to cut it out.
Yeah.
So by doing this with your pens, you're saving yourself a whole sheet of mirror cardstock. So
Yeah.
I think doing this is amazing. And I also love the fact that you're colouring white onto the black, because it means you can see your white as well.
You can.
So you know that you're covering it all up, which I always say, never use the same colour. I did it for a long time, Craig. I used white cardstock on white and then started colouring it in, and you couldn't see where you'd missed.
Yeah, I know. It's all these little things, isn't it? You know, that we learn from. I learnt that from you as well. I seen that. I was doing that as well, and then I either seen it or we talked about it. I can't remember, and I was like,
for such a long time, and I thought, why didn't I just put it onto a different colour cardstock?
yeah. So
Look at that.
Look at that.
Wow.
So if I turn that around,
That's amazing.
Now, once again, now I've got few sketches here, but I can only speak for myself.
I actually like the white you've left.
Actually, it does. It looks quite effective, doesn't it?
It looks very cool, yeah. That looks amazing.
And
I would love that just on a card. Look at that.
so, you know, even do that, getting that frosted side, or that could be gold, that could be silver, that could be bronze,
Yeah.
or that could be gold, that's left white. That's entirely up to yourself.
Love that.
But for me, if that was put down in front of me on camera, I would have thought that was some kind of mirror card.
Yes.
Or some kind of satin card.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks beautiful. I love that effect.
What I did do
Wow.
is I went in and I've coloured. So that was using that same pen, this exact same pen, and we've coloured into that white die cut. So then all that I need to do now is I'm going to come in, and then once again I'm going to go in with my dotty tape runner. So we're just working our way around, and I'm going to add all these little bits onto the back. You can still use your sprays or your tacky glue. When I'm at home, my preference is the tacky glue, but because we've got so much we want to show you, or I do anyway when it comes to the demos, we are just going to use our dotty tape runner. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to overlap.
Wow, look at that.
So yes, it does look really effective like that. It does look really effective like that. There's two cards, but then overlap it together.
I mean, that just elevates it to a whole new level, doesn't it?
It really, really does.
I love your dots as well. That really is so effective.
It's a really effective thing to do. Now, you could either use your silver metallic pens, or what I actually done was I used my finer nib of my silver, and all that I done was quite simply went round, dot, all the way.
Yeah.
Nothing specific.
And
no
it's so
rulers,
clever.
nothing. And then there we go. We can then go in, and then I've taken in a card blank here, and I've gone in with one of my stamps, and then what I've done with that same nib, Debbie, I've gone in, I've gone put black, I'm going to cover that one up so it doesn't matter. What I am going to do, so that I don't make it worse, let's just hold that with a bit of kitchen roll. What I've then done is I've opened my card blank, created that faux matten layer, and I've just drawn all the way around. So whereas, once again, material-wise, that would have been a gold piece of cardstock, then I would have had to put another piece of white on top of that for that to really showcase. Oh, look, I might just get away with that. Let's go in with our layer. Now, this could have been onto a 6x6 card, or as we can see, you know what I'm like. I love my 8x8s. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit. And then just to create that accent, because I've got this sentiment down here, I want to pull into a diagonal. So what I've gone in with a bow, and it's organza bow. It's one of our organza out of one of our craft kits. And then there we go.
I absolutely love that. Look at that.
So
That
yes,
is beautiful.
different materials, but then think about predominantly what you're going to have in your stash from Crafter's Companion, your stamps, your dies, your die cuts, etc., etc. Use them in conjunction with them.
That is absolutely incredible. We're getting lots of wows. Oh, wow, looks so 3D. Craig, Tim is saying that he's not been brave enough to use them, but he's definitely going to now, and thanks you for the inspiration as always. Lillian is saying that she thinks that metallic markers were the first pens that she got from Crafter's Companion, and they're really good. Wow, gorgeous. I just tend to do lines on the edge of with my pens. You've opened up my eyes so much, so thank you, says Suzanne. So lots of really positive things. It's one of the things on Colour Me Happy that I love, because the team always offer so many different things, which is absolutely great. So if you want to have those pens and you want to go for that full bundle, we're going to be showing, Craig is going to be going through lots more during the next hour and 15 minutes. Where is the hour nearly gone? But you can buy them as individuals, but but the best way to shop is shop the show bundle, which is £105 today or $140. And remember, we're doing the level up for today only. It's been only on this weekend. You're getting this bundle if you are gold member. You're getting that for £84 today. If you're platinum, you're getting it for £80. So it's amazing. But if you do want to know what all our Club Inspire is about and how you get those points, have a look at this.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
And there you go, that's all about our Club Inspire. And what's better than Club Inspire? It's free. You literally go on, sign up and get yourself some points straight away. So whatever you buy goes into your own system and you get the benefits from that. And the more points you earn, the better the benefits. So it's all good. Right, so we're still carrying on looking at this main bundle because it is all about metallics today. It's about ink pads, it's about pens, it's about pencils, it's about black cardstock. This bundle is absolutely incredible. If ever there was a time to treat yourself to some metallic goodness, this is the bundle for you. You are getting so much in here. You're getting the outliner pens, you're getting paint markers, you're getting pencils, flip markers. You can buy the whole show today for £105 or $140. It's an absolute great saving today. In fact, I think you're saving around £43 and some pence pence on there, which is amazing. So lots of different things. But talking about flip markers, I think our Craig is going to be showing us something quite fabulous with these beautiful flip markers. What you got for us, Craig?
So we're going to do a little bit of a background when it comes to the flip marker. So I'm going to need my spritzing tool as well. So we've just got some water. What I was doing actually in that last break, because I'm still catching up with some of these new videos, and some of them with myself, I filmed just before I went off. And Tori, she's no longer here now. She moved on to something else. And oh my gosh, it was like a conveyor belt that day. You know, she was like a puppet master, just with us in and out, in and out, in and out. The strings are going. We need you to do this. We need you to film that. We need you to do the next thing. And then it was like a conveyor belt outside the studio of us all going in. Hi, yeah, your turn now. Yeah, okay, in you go. Right, we're away now. See you later on. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun that day.
I can't actually imagine you as a puppet master. Well, actually, I suppose Tori was the puppet master.
She was. She was indeed. Absolutely. So what I'm going to do is I've taken a piece of our black card. So it's 6 by 7 inches here. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to bring in our, what have I done? I've moved it somewhere. Oh, here we go. It's right in front. So later on, what we're going to do is a little bit of faux matting and layering with some of our black card, silver pen. And then, I'm not sure if you can quite see. So now it is on with a bit of our black waterproof onto here. Now, you're not going to see it. For me, it's a little bit of a guide. And what I've done is I've actually stamped this horse from the Unicorn collection. It's a unicorn from the Enchanted Dreams collection. And I know it's hard for you to see, but as I say, it is only for me and a little bit of a guide. So I'm going to go in with my gold and silver. So I've got my silver. Let's go in with my gold. And then we're also going to come in with our flip markers. So I'm going to bring in these ones here. And we're going to bring in a nice selection of colour. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to bring in, let's go in with a little bit of yellow, maybe a little bit of orange, and then I'm going to go in just with one of them really. Let's go in with the 3mm, and then we'll do exactly the same with this gold.
So what I love straight away, Craig, is you're mixing and matching the different pens, which I think is great when you're buying all this set, because everything is going to work together, isn't it?
It is. It really, really is. So whether you're going to mix and match by colouring, whether you're going to mix and match by doing your backgrounds, or maybe you're going to use them for your backgrounds, them for your colouring, whichever way that you start to mix them, it's going to work. It's going to work absolutely fine. So then what I'm going to do is I'm then going to come in with all of these, and I'm going to give my cardstock a little bit, well, I'm going to give it a spritz in a moment. What I'm going to do is I just want to get this gold and silver started. And this is where what I'm doing, I'm kind of working around this little bit of a template that I've got of the unicorn. And then I'm just going to do little dots. And then let's go in with the flip markers. I'm going to do the same within this one here, and then I'm going to take these ones, and when it comes to these, what I'm doing is I'm giving them a little bit of a pump so that I get a little pool of the colour. So we can see that like so, and then let's do the yellow. So we're working our way around that we can see here. There's no point doing that central bit, we're not going to see it. And then I'm going to go in with my spritz, and then what I'm going to do, let's get that going. Maybe just a bit too much there, Craig. We're going to go in, we're going to work our way. So we're going to pop this one into here. I'm going to try and get that going. I think I've actually used the wrong gold and silver, to be honest with you. I think I needed to use the other colours from my other flip. Let's go. I'm going to hold that one down. So what I'm going to do is let's go. I'm trying to hold that. I think I've spritzed too much water. So what I'm going to do, I've actually got another
Live
bit.
TV, Craig. It's never going
Live
to come out like it
TV.
does when you're in your craft room at home.
Never, no.
I was like that with my stamping yesterday. So if you just want to get these flip markers on their own, you can get the 12 pack today for our usual price is £29.98, but you're getting them today for £22. So absolutely incredible. And for anyone that's new to us on the show, just why Craig's doing his colouring there, our Spectrum Noir brand, you're thinking, why is that Crafter's Companion? It comes under the umbrella of our Crafter's Companion brand, and Spectrum Noir was first brought to us by Leanne. It was Leanne that invented, really, Spectrum Noir. And it's hard to believe, Craig, isn't it, that now, all these years later, we have so many products in the Spectrum Noir brand.
We really do. There really is loads and loads and loads. And they all complement together. They all complement really, really well. Or as we were saying just before, whether you want to cross them over. Look at that last demo. We crossed over the pens with the die cuts. So you can just mix and match. So what I'm doing a little bit of a squiggle. What I've actually done is my notes for my demo later on, I've gone and crossed over with this demo. So that's why it ain't working.
I've done that before.
I thought it was all organised.
What I am looking at, Craig, and I don't know this, I'm hoping you'll know the question to this, because that you're using water and you've put those little dots on the side of the glass. Can you paint with these as well then?
You can.
Wow.
Yeah, you can do.
Yeah, I've not used them in this way. I've not used them a great deal, to be honest. So these are quite new to me, these flip markers, but they look amazing.
They really, really are. So you can see there, even if I was just to wipe them up with my finger.
Oh,
so
wow, look
they
at
stay
that.
on the glass mat.
Look how much that
craft
spreads.
mat.
That's amazing.
So you can see that. So what you can also do is, you know, I do love to do my spritz background onto your glass mat, spritz with water, pick it up. You can still do all of that.
That's brilliant.
You absolutely can do. What I would say with this premium black cardstock is I wouldn't treat it completely like watercolour card, but you can still add a bit of water to it. You know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't watercolour with it, but a little bit of spritz in action, it's not going to do any harm. You're still going to get a little bit of an effect. Watch what colours. It goes the same as anything that's water-based. The last thing, what are we? We're still Sunday morning, I'm going to say it. Last thing you want to do is you don't want to cross them over to get a diarrhea colour. I'm just being honest. You don't want to do that. Let's just say it. We're morning. I don't think the bosses will be watching.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Do that again.
Look at that.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that. And then what I'm going to
That
do
looks fabulous.
is at a distance, I'm going to do a little bit of spritz. And then what we start to do is we start to get like an explosion.
Get a bit of a split colour, yeah,
You do.
I love that.
You get that split, and then this is what I was saying before. That's all that I'm going to do. I'm not going to add any more water because I don't want to fully saturate that black cardstock. I mean, if you see into here,
Yeah.
so can you see how it starts to expand out? Best way for me to explain it is as if you see a firework. We're going to go into bonfire shortly, seeing that going up into the sky, just exploding, and then you've got that firework effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my heat gun, and then I'm going to do a little bit of drying. So let's get my...
Absolutely perfect. Just while Craig's doing his drying, we've had a few messages in the show. So Rihanna is saying that this show has given her some really great ideas. She's just had shoulder surgery, so get better soon.
Absolutely.
And she's saying so crafting is limited, but she can still colour, which is absolutely perfect for that. Is there a black watercolour paper? What a brilliant question. The answer is no, but why has nobody not thought of that before? I think that's a great one, so we'll put that to Leanne next time we see her, and if we forget, make sure you ask Leanne that question, because black watercolour cardstock would be ideal with a lot of our markers, wouldn't it, Craig? Oi oi, good morning everyone, says Thea. So we're drying that off then, Craig.
We're drying it off, yeah.
And actually, it does show the quality of our black cardstock in this pad.
It does. So the way as well that you can tell that it's not proper watercolour card is, did you see a moment ago how it really, really curled? It's kind of the cardstock way to say, oh, I don't like that. So this is where I was saying I wouldn't fully saturate it as if you're going to use it in a way to watercolour. But as you can see here, I'm just holding it down with one of my scoring tools, but it does start to dry. Once it's dry, it's not going to affect your cardstock. It's not going to do anything whatsoever. But think of, we're going to be matting and layering that. So you're going to be able to really start to fold it down. So we're just going to dry these last little bits here. We can go in, so we can then work our way around here. You could, Jamie's actually asking, it's a good question. He's asking, would the Gemini flatten it out? It'll flatten it slightly. It's still going to have that curl. It's because you have soaked the fibres of the cardstock. It naturally just wants to close back up.
Do you know what I used to use to straighten my cards? If ever I used watercolour cardstock, and it was one of the things I used to show in the demo when we did the Xyron machines. I don't think we do them anymore, only the small ones. But if you put it through the Xyron, because it adds the sticker to the back,
gotcha.
When you lay it down, it completely stops it from curling.
Yeah.
So that was always good. So actually, one of our self-adhesive sheets.
Absolutely.
Stick it on the back and then it would just glue it down. But to be honest, once you've stuck it down, it would be straight anyway. Just make sure you stick it down well.
Of course it will. Absolutely, it will do.
Look at that, that's
It's going to
beautiful.
flatten it out. But see how I've gone in with a little bit of a scribble and then I've spritzed with a little bit of water, and then what it's going to do is it's going to burst out. Then what I'm going to do, matte and layer, you've guessed it, 1/4 inch bigger than my base card, just to let you know, that was 6 by 7. And then once again, thinking about cutting down on the materials I'm using if you are low on material. I'm going to go around and I'm using my silver pen. So this once again is my 4mm. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to go back and forwards. And because my card, my matte and layer, is 1/4 inch bigger, I know that I don't need to go too deep all the way around. So all that I'm going to do is work my way around. And going back on something I said in the first demo with these ones, you don't have to worry about that scratch feel, that scratch look. So if you are just quickly going back and forwards like I'm doing, you still get a lovely smooth effect. Whereas you might find other brands, I'm not saying other brands don't work, you know, there's some big brands that do. However, you find if you start to lay them down and once you've gone over one way, it creates that scratched feel. Whereas these don't. These give you that little bit of buying time when it comes to drying, and then it creates that smooth application. So we can work our way around. We can go in. We're just going to add that on.
Do these take long to dry, Craig?
Nope.
Ah, quite instant.
And that's the side I've just done there. And this one here that I've gone in is pretty much dry already. So no, you can go direct, straight in, and that's exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go in with my card. What I would recommend, if you are going to do this, I would recommend using your red liner tape. Absolutely, you know how strong our tape runners are, but it's something that I've always done, Debbie, and I would keep doing it.
Yep.
And it's giving you that extra strength because it's curling. Even when it's stuck down, it's still naturally wanting to fight back. It's wanting to recurl back into its position. So make sure you've got a really, really good, strong adhesion. I'm going to go in.
Do you have a favourite glue, Craig?
Do I... A favourite wet glue or just an adhesive?
Just any adhesive. I mean, I know you love your foam pads, but do you have a glue that you trust more than any other or that you use more of?
I would say that when it comes to mats and layers, apart from, of course, as you said, my foam pads and my double-sided tape, I love my Collal tacky glue a lot. I love
same as me. Yeah, I love the tacky glue.
I love that. And this is where, once again, if I nip back to that first demo I done, I'm just going to reach in. So for me, Debbie, at home, I have no issues. Where I've gone over the back of this main gold die cut with my dotty tape runner, I would do it with my small applicator. And as I say, you don't have to go over every single back bit of the detail. I sketch. So it's like I quickly colour the back with my tacky glue. And then because the glue, it naturally just, when I say seeps out, it spreads into the other areas that you've missed, so to speak. And then any excess, of course, well, that just disappears before you pop onto your layer. And that's what I do. I know I've got that strong adhesion, and it's just something that, yeah, I do like. Kind of like you. You've got your little tub as well that you keep. That's mine with my glue, tacky glue. So going in, creating our silver matten layer that we can see here with the pens. I'm just going to go in, I'm just going to finish off that bottom bit. So now that I've got my background started.
That's so effective,
it is, isn't
using
it?
that pen in the background and not a whole sheet of like mirror card.
Yeah,
Love that.
yeah, works a treat. And then if I take in my unicorn, and then once again, let's bring in our flip markers here. So let's also bring in the other one. And now what we're doing is we're going to use them to colour. We're going to pick out selective areas. I'm going to go in. So let's take our, what one's this one? The comet. And then I'm going to go in, and you get such a beautiful coverage when it comes to these ones. It's not as if it's giving you a little fine outline. The coverage is beautiful. It's a pleasure to colour with. And even though you may initially think you're going to write with them, which you can do, because it's a nice flow to colour, whether it's small little detail or whether you've got more open space, what you've got is you've got...
That's amazing. I love that gold tint to it.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's
it really,
beautiful.
really is amazing. And you can see it, you know, we talk about our sparkle pens, our sparkle range, but it's something different. It gives you that bit of that sparkle, but as you said, with that gold that hits. So you look at it one way, it looks sparkly and pink, but then you tilt it, and then you get that pink with that gold shimmer that just bursts through.
Do you know what that name reminds me of? Do you know you get those cans of silly string that you spray?
Oh my
and it comes out
gosh.
all different colours. That's what that reminds me of. I love that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it
love
does,
that.
doesn't
That's
it?
so funny. Funny enough, we were talking about silly string the other day. We were saying about presents that we'd bought and what toys and that were out. And my grandson loves Spider-Man. And when my son was younger, I don't know if you ever had one, Craig, but I used to have this gadget that went on his hand, and you'd attach a can of silly string to it, silly string, and it looked like webs were coming out, like a Spider-Man
No
web.
way.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then we've never seen it again. So maybe it didn't work very well, but I loved it at the time, and so did my Jordan.
That is the sort of thing that even at 37 years
You would
old,
love
I would be buying.
It's cool,
I would
isn't it?
absolutely be buying. I will then go in and spray about the house. You know what I mean. I would absolutely be doing that.
It's very annoying when you've got a child that's just spraying at you all the time.
Well, it must be different now for you when it's a grandkid. You'll be like, yeah, you can have it. You can have it.
Absolutely, yeah. You get away with murder when you're a grandparent.
As a parent, it's like, oh no, why did we get them
Why
that?
did we buy that?
Yeah.
It's like the noisy toys, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. It'll be like this year, wait, you see, it'll be Secret Santa. Someone will get me that. It was like, oh, whose idea was that to get Craig that silly string gadget?
Jamie, Ennis is saying nice unicorn. Lauren Miller is saying so many great projects. Linda Fitzsimmons is in and she's saying, morning Debbie and Craig, fabulous show. She loves these pens. Yes, Linda, as we do as well in the studio. They do look amazing. I really like this, the small bullet nib that are on these pens as well. You can really get into those little detail, can't you?
You can get into them, but they're so firm, Debbie, so you don't need to worry about them potentially. You know, you would get your inexpensive children pens, so to say, and
Yep.
they've got that really strong, hard nib. And then
Yes.
once you've started to colour, they just start to brush out.
They're a bit scratchy, aren't they?
Scratchy, yeah. Whereas you don't have that feel to them. Like what you said, I'm not going to say I use mine day in and day out, but I've had mine since they launched, and I use them periodically, and the nib is just as hard now as it was when it first launched. And this is where, and I know we keep referring back to Leanne and the team, you know, being Spectrum Noir, being Leanne's, and Leanne and the colouring that she does and her knowledge. Sometimes when you hear people say, so-and-so will only use the best of the best, and you sometimes think, okay, yeah, some people will say that. When you watch the shows and you see Leanne, you know the passion she's got. She will only use the best of the best. In many circumstances, we don't use off-the-shelf barrels or nibs or anything like that. Leanne will put the cost in to getting the pen or the product right. So whether that's the nib, whether it's the barrel, whether it's the chamber, the lid, as well as the ink, you know you are going to get the best of the best. And then when it comes to a lot of the Spectrum Noir ranges, we, and I say we loosely, Crafter's Companion, Leanne, Spectrum Noir, will only work with one brand. It's not a company that produces for other brands as well, solely for us. And that's always good to know as well.
I think you've summed Leanne up really well there, Craig, because you're right, she strives for the best. And what I love about Leanne, she's got no qualm. Oh, wow, look at that. That's amazing.
And that's all the flip markers.
That was a real wow factor there. Look at that. Yeah, she's got no qualms about sending stuff back if it's not right. It's like, nope, that's not good enough, send it back. Nope, that's not good enough, don't like that, send it back. And she'll do that 20 plus more times if it's not what's right. So yeah, I think you did sum her up amazingly well there. That unicorn is stunning with those pens.
It works really, really well with it being a unicorn. And as I was saying, the same that other morning, I'd done these demos over a couple, I say mornings, it was kind of afternoons after I'd done some of the wake-up call shows. And I've used that stamp a number of times when I've used Enchanted Dreams collection. I was thinking, right, how can we use them differently? And usually you would think stamp them out in colouring. And for me, and I count myself on this, I'd colour with my tri-blends or my classiques. You know, I would colour in with the pens or the mediums that you would tend to use on a daily basis.
Yep.
So it was like, right, not only am I not going to get my metallic pens out, let's get the flip markers out. Let's colour with the flip markers and see how they look. And hopefully, as you can see, it's paid off really, really well. So
like you were saying at the beginning, Craig, it's a case of playing, isn't it?
It
Get
is.
them out and just have a really good play.
Have a play with them, build up your layers. So do what I've done and then think, right, with my pens, can I do another step? So I was thinking I could actually. So let's go back in with the Comet, and where I've got that silver layer.
Oh, look at that.
I'm just going to draw.
It's just like another elevation, isn't it?
Another elevation. We are cutting down on another layer of cardstock. Wow. So whether it is, as you can see, this is going to be a box, but whether you are posting, and you might be thinking, right, I'm not going to do mats and layers with foam pads or glue gel because it adds to the cost. So does the weight of the card, the product that you're using. So that's now me done an additional mat and layer with no extra weight to it whatsoever.
Amazing.
So then all that I need to do is go in. I am going to add a foam pad on to this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a couple, oh, it's just, I thought it was two of our rectangles. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on for now. I can pop another one after. And then still from the collection, I've stamped it out. But once again, Debbie, matte and layer, and I've coloured with the silver.
Amazing.
Coloured with the silver. I try to, and I think we're all good at this here on Crafters TV. We try and not use lots and lots of our products because we are fully aware that we have some new crafters that might not have everything. So I've tried to think, right, apart from the stamp, let's do as much as I can using the pens, the mediums that we've got on the show. So many of us have got bows and ribbons at home. And what I'm not going to do is, I'm not going to assemble this box because I know we've still got a few things to show you, but just so that you know, that's 9 by 10 and I've scored at 1 inch all the way round. So you can see you've got all of these that you can be using for your box, your pen lids. Think of your character stamps you've got, your peekaboos, you know, you've got your tags. That could be some of the funny animals. That could be that hippopotamus one, you know, that could be the giraffe one just popping out from the bottom. Whichever way that you want, you can do that. Or it can be on the front of a carte blanche.
That is beautiful. Absolutely love that. And do you know what I really love about that as well, Craig? That's for any age, like child right up to adult.
Yeah.
I think that is such a beautiful box. And just goes to show what you can do with those pens. Yeah, I think you'll agree. And we've had so many comments in saying how fabulous the demos are. But how about a weekend super saver? I love this deal. Now, I can't stress enough, when can you normally get a pad? A 12 by 12, one of our specialised paper pads for less than a tenner. Less than a tenner. Now, if you buy this bundle, you're getting this just shy of £1, so less than £10 for each pad. Now, these aren't any pads that we've just got from the back of the warehouse that we've had since day dot. These are pads that are recent pads, our winter solstice, our country lane, our garden gnomes. I love this. You've got a bit of everything. You've got your Christmas, you've got your fun, sort of almost like sort of childlike if you want, and then we've got that really sort of grown-up country lane. I have to tell you, Country Lane has been my favourite paper pad this year. I just adore it. I think it's absolutely stunning. Every single page, there's something in it that just, it's got romance, it's got those soft feels to it. You're getting all 3 of these pads today for £29 or $39, which is an incredible price. You're actually saving $15.97. So it's a little bit like buying 2, getting your 3rd one for free, which is amazing. But how I like to look at it is you're getting them less than £10 each, and it's not very often you can get one of our specialised paper pads, a 12 by 12, at less than £10 each. If you are platinum price, you're getting them for less than £23.20. If you are a gold member, you will get it for £23.20, because don't forget our deal on Club Inspire. We're giving you a little taster of going up a level. So everything you buy today, if you are a bronze member, you'll go to silver. If you're silver, you'll go to bronze. Gold. If you're gold, you'll go to platinum. If you're platinum, not really anywhere else you could go, so we're going to give you another 5% off, which is amazing. Now we're just going to have a quick look at the main bundle that we've got on the show. Now remember, if you want to go for everything that Craig is showing us today, including that black cardstock, we've still got ink pads coming up, we've still got pens coming up, the pencils, everything you see here you can get today for £105 or £140. £80 if you are platinum, and £84 if you are a gold member, because you will go up to platinum price today. So that is incredible and an exceptional deal with everything you've got there. So we're going to have a look at meeting a presenter today, and we've got Ben coming up just to tell you a little bit about himself.
Hello, I'm Ben and I'm one of the presenters on Crafters TV. So my presenting journey started when I was about 18. I started working at a holiday park here in the UK. Our US viewers might not know it, but there's like a holiday park called Butlins. So what's involved with being a presenter? Well, my day-to-day kind of is ensuring I know everything that's on the show. Ensuring that the guys that I'm working with obviously are happy with everything that's on the show. And I kind of feel like what I do, I'm sort of like the glue in the show, if you like. There's a bit of a crafty reference for you. So kind of listening to the guys in the gallery, the producer, the director, I'm sort of always listening to what they want me to do whilst the crafters are crafting. So I feel like I'm there as the glue, keeping sort of everything, as it should be. But I also think my job is to have a lot of fun, which I think I do on most days. Get the viewers interacting, because we always love to hear from our viewers, and I think that's one thing that we do here that you don't get anywhere else, is that interaction, having people like commenting, asking a question, and then straight away we're able to react, we're able to answer that question, we're able to read out that comment, we're able to join them in singing a rendition of Foam on a Roll. Yes. I've helped to run the show, I helped to inspire, to educate, to entertain, and just sort of generally be a good all-round bloke. So who inspires me? My dad is a big inspiration for me. He's one of my best friends, and I probably speak to him twice a week, but he's always sort of instilled a sort of a good work ethic in me. His big catchphrase is work hard and play hard, and that's something that I live by. Is you know, to put all your effort in when you're at work, and you know, make sure you're doing a good job. But then when you're outside of work, make sure you have time to kind of have fun, spend with your friends, spend with your family. So I always remember that. Apart from Crafters TV, what else am I passionate about? Well, obviously I'm passionate about my family. I love to spend time with my family, with my wife, my 2 children, and my 3 pets now, because we just got another dog recently, a puppy, which is killing me. I've got no sleep. Also passionate about sport. I think a lot of our viewers know I'm a big rugby fan. Running I like to do, but again, the old knees are beginning to hurt just a bit. I'm getting old. Oh, so many amazing experiences connecting with our viewers. Always get sent cards, which is lovely on sort of special occasions, and birthday cards every year. I always get cards sent through, which is so nice to come in and have, you know, some cards, and you can send presents as well if you like. I've never had a present yet, so if anyone wants to send presents, you can. Do you know what? I haven't had many presenter fails, particularly here. Actually, here, presenter fails, knocking over pack shots. I'm very bad at doing that. If you stack a pack shot too high, chances are I'm going to get exuberant with my arms and knock it over. My biggest moment of pride or biggest achievement, I've got a few. I mean, these are big for me. You'll probably laugh. I ran the London Marathon. I was a Guinness World Record holder. I've got the certificate for that up on the wall alongside my marathon photo and alongside my Foam on a Roll caricature. My Guinness World Record was for naming the most amount of Beatles songs from their opening lyrics in 1 minute. I've had things named after me over the years. I had an alpaca named after me. If you are ever in Aylesbury, do make sure that you go and drive around the roundabout, which is near the Waterside Theatre there, because you'll find that that particular roundabout is named after me. Oh yes, I have a roundabout named after me, big time.
I do love hearing about everybody. Do you know what? You always think you know the people that you work with, and then you hear little snippets and you're not quite sure that you've heard that before, and like, wow, we've all got something to offer, haven't we? Which is amazing. Anyway, we're going to go back to our Colour Me Happy show. I hope you're having a great time, because we certainly are. I'm learning loads from Craig. Let's just have a look and see who else is in today. So good morning, everyone that's watching. You're joining myself and Craig all day today for this lovely Sunday. In fact, the sun's shining up here in the north. Eve B is just saying she just took a look at you, Craig. And she said that she loves your cardigan and sweater. She said you are very hotty.
I'm feeling hot.
He's the Scotty hottie today, isn't he? His attire. Carol's saying that the unicorn's fabulous. Adriana is saying that shine makes it look like it's not paper. Absolutely, she loves the shine. And Debbie, you're doing a fantastic job as a host. Oh, well, thank you very much, and it's really good to hear. It's quite nice to just do a different side. It's like a little bit of a job swap, isn't it? Which is quite nice. But Colour Me Happy is all about metallics today, and we've got the most amazing show offer on for you. You can get this whole bundle that you can see here today for £105. And now remember, if you are in the club, whatever your status is, so whether you're bronze, you will go up to silver just for today. If you are silver, you will go up for gold just for today. If you are gold, you'll go to platinum for today. And if you are platinum, you will get an extra 5% off your orders today. So it really is a time to buy. £80 platinum price, $84 if you are a gold member to go up to the platinum. Absolutely amazing deal. We're going to look at my favourites, which is the ink pads, and I know Craig is going to show us a few bits with those. But the colours in here are incredible, and you're getting all 4 colours in this collection. Now you can get them individually if you want to get them just as that 4-pack. We're doing them today for £17.50, which is a super buy, but obviously the best value is in the whole bundle. So Craig, what have you got for us?
Right, so we are going to have a look at the ink pads, and what we're going to do is a little bit of embossing, and then what we're going to do is we're going to blend with them. So what I've got is I've got our embossing folder, which is the Whimsical Woodland. This is a 3D one. I believe it's on the show, from a little set that's on the show. I believe anyway. You can always just check out the website. But what I've done is I've taken a piece still from that black pad within the bundle of our black card, and it's 5x7. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in. I tend to cut my cardstock a little bit bigger than my embossing folder and then trim down afterwards. But if you want to do it to exact size, then by all means you can. So 3D embossing folder, so I'm going to put my base cutting plate, magnetic, and then top shim. And then I'm going to feed that one through. Now the other day, Debbie, I was doing a 2D embossing folder, and my mind went completely blank for the plate configuration. I think it's the first time ever where my mind went completely blank that I forgot the plate configuration for the embossing folder. It wasn't going through. I was originally doing the 2D embossing folder with the 3D plate configuration,
Yeah.
and then that wasn't working. I was taking one out, I was adding one. My mind just went
Do you
completely
know what that's
blank.
called?
Old age.
No, it's called menopause.
Oh, menopause.
Because I have menopause, so I think if a man has that, then it's
Menopause.
menopause. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the new one to me.
That's what I say to Ben.
Yeah.
He reckons his memory is as bad as mine, so we just say I have menopause, he has menopause.
Menopause. Oh, I like that. I like that.
It's an excuse, isn't it?
It's an excuse, yeah.
We don't want old age, Craig. Definitely
No,
not.
definitely not. I know now, going into the future, when I've asked Caitlin something for like the 10th time, and she says, I've already told you, I can say, it's the menopause.
Exactly.
That's
Yep,
what I'm going to
exactly.
do. So I'm taking my gold, my bronze, and also my rose gold. And then what I like to do as well, just to give George a helping aid, I like to put my blending pads against my glass mat so that I can pull towards me. So it just
very
means
clever.
instead of chasing it around my glass mat, or even just going in with 2 hands. No, it's not a big deal, but I just like to go up against my glass mat and then pull down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this one. So let's bring in my guillotine. Now, this is what I mean by, you could have cut this to size at first if you want, but I just like to go in afterwards. And what I do is I follow that embossed edge that is all the way around, so I can see it visually with my eyes. So I'm just going to work my way along. And then what we've got is we've got the most beautiful depth of the Whimsical Woodland when it comes to this folder. Now I know it's a bit hard to see at the moment because it's black. So then what I'm going to do is I usually use my rectangles, but these circular ones already had some of these foam from the metallic already on it. They must have been used the other day, so I'm just going to use these. Personal preference, whether it's the circle or the squares. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just inking up my first one with the gold, and then I am going flat, and then what I'm doing is I'm just blending that colour on. But then what you'll soon see in a moment is we're going to blend the gold into the bronze, and then the bronze into the rose gold, something that when it comes to metallic range, you never thought you would be able to do without
Just
having a
brings it to
harsh
life,
line.
doesn't it?
It brings it completely to line. And I know we do say this quite a lot, but it is true where you add little and then you can always add more. Of course, if you just go direct in with a great big blend of ink, it's hard to blend it out. So just add a little and then start to blend it together, ink it up, And because we've got a lot of depth when it comes to these 3D embossing folders, what you find is quite in the background, you've got more of the subtle gold. But then as it comes into the foreground with the grass and those branches, this foliage bush at the front, it's quite strong in gold. And I want a little bit more, so I'm just going to keep adding onto these raised parts of the folder.
It's got quite a mysterious feel to it, hasn't it, with that really light touch of gold in the background?
It does. It does. It's got that sort of, you know, you said it absolutely perfectly, but also, you know, that haze, that fog, as if there's something just there.
Perhaps a spaceship will come out from
maybe
there.
You see E.T. just popping through, or maybe, you know, the women in black just peering out, maybe something like that. But you can do it. And again, adding up that colour, building it up, working my way in with these raised areas. I'm going to go, in actual fact, I'm going to go a little bit further up, and I'm just going to keep adding that one on. And because I'm using 3 colours, I'm kind of splitting it up into 3. The third I'll do in the gold, then I'll do another, the second third in bronze, and then the top third I'll do in the rose gold.
I love that you can blend these together. They just work so well hand in hand, don't they?
They do. And the fact is, very, very rarely do I put embossing powders on them, because I don't think they need them. You can absolutely do it, but I just think they're so striking as they are in the colour, the metallic that you've got. And as you say, with that real strong colour, the blendability. So that is the gold. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in now to the bronze, and I'm going to do the same, but then within the middle of this design.
Love that. And the great thing is, I think it works with all of our ink pads, is they blend each into each other, which I think is really good. I love this one.
Yes, it's a fun one. It's a fun one. It's as if, you know that film, the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, you know, when you've got them into the grass and that, they've got the big ant. It could be the jumping ants that are coming out from all of these trees. All of these you can do if you want. It's got that feel.
I don't even know if there's such a thing as jumping ants, Craig.
I don't know if there is, but then if you've seen that film, you know, you've got the big ants, you've got the ants coming out of nowhere. They could be jumping about.
It does look that mysterious sort of thing that something would jump out. I'm going to stick with my spaceship.
You stick with the spaceship. More chance of a spaceship than a jumping ant, probably.
We get flying ants, so I suppose you could call them jumping ants.
I suppose you could,
I love that.
you?
What is this embossing folder?
So this one is the Whimsical Woodland. It's from the Enchanted Dreams.
So you can buy that as individuals.
You can.
Yeah, if you go on, it is on the website.
You really, really can.
It's beautiful, that one.
But then look at that one there with the bronze, Debbie. You can just see, because even in these branches, there's so much depth with the 3D folder. See where I've got all these bits of black? That is because that is really well right into the base of my black cardstock. And then we've got these layers upon layers. So even although you've got your branches, it's not just one layer of 3D emboss in the branches. You've at least got 2, possibly even 3 layers. And that's why we're getting different shades of the bronze. You're still getting that speckle of black, which is away in the background. It's that small that my blending tool is not going in. Unless I really push it in, it's not going to go into the background. And that's a good thing. That's what you're getting with your 3D enfolder. That is that basis. That is where you can blend up that colour. But then also, look what I've done there. I've blended the 2 in together. That's the gold into the bronze. And what I like to do with that is I like to take off a little bit of the excess colour and then blend them in together. So we're going in from that bronze into the gold. And then what I'm going to do to finish off at the top, I'm going to go in with the rose gold. And this is really going to show off the depth. So if I then just add a little bit before I finish this top section. I mean, look at that.
Wow, look at that.
This is a really good one. Yes, it's Enchanted Dreams. Think about it complementing your Halloween collection. You know, if you've got the Halloween box or that little collection, you can absolutely do that.
Because it has got a spooky feel about it,
doesn't
hasn't
it?
And especially with the way that you're blending the metallic ink pads. Looks amazing.
It does. It looks absolutely fab. And it's the different metallic tones that you've got. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going. And we're just going to add that one on. I'm just going to ink these ones all the way down. So I'm just going to keep going, building it up, doing a little layer at the time and getting darker and darker. If I want to go up to the top and add a little bit more, then I can do. I'm just going to go in now. I'm going to add, so I've got a little bit of the black, but what I want to do is I want to go a little bit more heavy-handed in with the bronze, because I just find sometimes if you go heavy-handed with the rose gold and lightly with the bronze, they can actually just flow in as one colour tone. So I'm going to go in a little bit more heavy-handed with the bronze, so it really stands out compared to the rose gold. And then what I can do again, go back into the rose gold now, and I'm going to blend them two together. So we're going to go from the three of them, nicely blended, from rose gold down to bronze, down to gold. And then we can see there. And even if you just find you've got a little bit more of a harsher line, take your lighter tone.
Absolutely,
And then blend
stunning.
that one out. So the depth that you've got from that emboss that we can see here, we'll go if I tilt, there we go. And that is onto the black card with the 3 Midas ink pads, all of which are in that bundle. And then all that I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, got my card blank, which is 5 3/4 by 7 3/4. Going in with a bit of black card matte layer. Now keeping in mind, I'm now going in with my pattern papers and card, but you could be using some of your pens or mediums from the show to create your own mats and layers. This one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my adhesive, and still from that Enchanted Dreams bundle, I've die cut one of the butterflies. So I'm going to lay that one, I should have had a black matte layer, never mind. I'm just going to go direct on to here. And then what I'm going to do is I've taken one of the die cut butterflies that was from the set originally, and then I'm going to go in, and what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to ink my butterfly up. So I can either do it straight onto my glass mat by inking directly onto my butterfly, or what you could do is, if you want, is you can just go in and just push the ink in. And this is where maybe sometimes I might be inclined to pour some clear embossing powder over the top.
Yeah, I do that every time.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a, I love heat embossing, just love it. It's just my thing. I would do it on everything, especially triple embossing. Yeah, I just absolutely love it.
So then from what was a white butterfly, white multi-purpose butterfly, to our gold Midas ink pad. And then all that I'm going to do, I'm just going to set it to the side just for a moment, George, because I don't want to put it directly into here. I've then taken another little sentiment and I've stamped using the rose gold. Nothing different, Debbie, put it on my stamping platform, used it as if I was using an alcohol ink pad or a quick dry ink pad, and then I'm going to pop that to the side.
That works so well. That lightness of the rose gold against the other colours looks beautiful.
Works well, doesn't it?
Really well.
It was one of those, at first I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure at first, but then when I seen it come to life, I thought, yeah, I do. I like that one. And then what I'm going to do, just for the sake of it, I'm not going to add gems like I've done with my original one, but putting in a little bit, an additional stamp that came from that main collection. Follow your heart. Oh, and that's good point to say there. What I would do, because it is a pigment ink pad, your dry adhesive might not want to play ball. It's not got something to suck into, something to
Takes just a little bit longer to dry.
grip onto, yeah. So you're not necessarily going to be holding the card directly upright. If you are, for whatever reason, do a little bit of a wet glue, whether it is your tacky glue or your glue gel. If you are using your tape runner or your double-sided tape, just lay it flat, let it dry for a little bit first before attaching it. Bend it that
Absolutely
way.
stunning. I love your idea. I think that's a great one to go for if you want to incorporate it into your Halloween makes, because I think that is absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Craig. Lots of love for that. Suzanne saying that looks very mystical. That's exactly what we were saying. Bubble and Squeak saying afternoon. Cracking, Craig, and the tremendous team in the studio. And Gilmore is saying hello to all of us and social superstar. So hello everyone, if you're just joining us, welcome to Colour Me Happy. We've just had the most amazing hour and 40 minutes, so we've got 20 minutes left. What we're showing you today on Colour Me Happy is the most amazing metallic items that we've had. It's all of our metallics in one just glorious bundle, which is amazing. Everything you can think of that we do in our metallic range, right from our pencils, our pens, our flip markers, our paint markers, everything you can think of, including the Spectrum Naught black pad as well, which is incredible. You're getting that all today for £105 or $140. And remember, if you are in the club, we're putting you up a level. It's the last day that we're doing it for. They did it as an amazing deal for our weekend, where you can go up that level and have a little taste out of what it's like to be in that next level, which is great because it means you get even more discounts. Now, I've been handed something that's pretty exciting, and I didn't know there was any left. I've got a goodie bag. I haven't just got any old goodie bag. I've got a Sarah signature goodie bag. I love goodie bags. We love them, don't we? Because they offer so many things in them. Now, a goodie bag. Do we tell you the price first, or do we show the goods first? What should we do? What should we do? Shall we show them? Shall we show you just a few snippets of what you can get in? Might even just show you all of them because there's so many. This bag is packed full, and I don't know genuinely the price of this. So first of all, let's show some of the bits you're getting. Remember, it's Sarah's signature, so lots of items from all across her ranges. So garden party, that's a great one to have. Little die in there. You've got that lamppost die. That's from the Country Lane. That's not long ago that we've had that, which is amazing. This one's a great one, the signpost as well. So you've got from Country Lane. Wow. This butterfly one, look at this, all of those stamps. That's an amazing set. You get so many different stamps of butterflies in there. That's going to coordinate really well with the traditional butterflies that we've had on those last week. So extra stamps to go with those dies. Love this one. This is brilliant for creating all your invitations or your party. If you want to put an age on someone's birthday, this would be great as well, Craig, for your craft along later on. Instead of doing die cutting numbers, you could actually stamp the numbers onto your advent calendar. We've got our Christmas. Wow, these are brilliant. There's so much stuff in here. You've got your Christmas tree stamps. You've got your cut and emboss folders. We're still going, guys. We're still going. We've got stencils in there. So from the Enchanted Christmas. We've got the border stencils here from the garden party. We've got extra butterfly gems in here as well. I am still going. I kid you not. We've got toppers in here. We've got, hang on a minute, that can't be right. Faux snow. Why are we putting that in one of the bags? From Frosty and Bright, faux snow, and on top of all of that, a paper pad. I mean, that is crazy value. I'm not even kidding. Well, I'm saying crazy value. I actually don't know what the price is. So come on, guys, tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. No way.
Wow.
All of that for £30. If you are gold today, if you are a gold member, you will only be paying £24. £24. If you're a platinum member, you're going to get another 5% off of that. You are getting all of this goodie bag. I take it, guys, we are getting everything in this bag, not just the selection. That's incredible. Look at that. Look at that. Honestly. That's insane. That's amazing. So, yeah, £30 today. You can't go wrong with that. It says a mystery bag, but actually, did I just read that right? 50 extra bonus points as well. Okay, so 50 extra bonus points plus a step up into the next level. Sarah didn't have that when she was doing her goodie bags the other day, so I think we're offering a little bit more today for our weekend. That's what you get when you're a weekend saver, aren't you? So, which is absolutely amazing. So I love that one. You know, Sarah's signatures, you're going to get quality for money, and you're just going to get so much for your money as well. £30, that's incredible. I do have another mystery bag though, or another goodie bag. This one is from our lovely Sharon Callis. This one is in our Second Chance Sunday, but we've brought it into the show just to give you a sneak peek, really. You can shop for it as well, so don't think that you can't. Now, Sharon Callis, you know, creates the most amazing items, amazing florals and designs and everything else. So you're getting a goodie bag, and actually this goodie bag is packed with things. So let's. I'm not even going to show you all. I'm not going to show you all, but I'm going to show you a sneak peek. You've got stamps in here. You've got dies in here. Look, all these flower dies. So quilling dies in different designs. Oh wow, look at this. So the succulents, you're getting those succulent dies in there. You're getting, what else have we got in there? Oh, we've got one of the I can't think what these called. They're like the aperture cut-in dies that Sharon did. Now that's 1, 2, 3, that's 4 items I'm showing you there. There's still another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's still another 6 things in this bag. I mean, that's pretty amazing. If you want to see what all of this is, we're going to have this in Second Chance Sunday for later, £25. £25, £20 if you are a gold member today, and you'll get another 5% off and 50 bonus points. 50 bonus points. That's absolutely amazing. Jamie's saying she loves to have a goodie, a lucky bag, nice full bag, which is amazing. I love a lucky bag. You're all absolutely loving them. So yeah, go for those bags because they're incredible. £25 today or £20 if you're platinum price. Actually 5% off if you're platinum price on that £20, but £20 if you're a gold member, which is amazing. Right, back to our goodies today. We are doing amazing metallic markers and pens and pencils and paints and everything that's gorgeous in these. Ink pads, your black marker pad. We've got those pencils in that tin. I'm going to have to show you these because they are absolutely incredible. Oh, I knew. Sorry, George. Sorry, George. Gonna wreck it. Yeah. Look at these. I mean, this is just heaven in a tin. Just beautiful. These are absolutely gorgeous. The pencils are beautiful. The metallic that you get in these are absolutely incredible. You can buy these today at a very special price of £11.69. But obviously the best way to shop them is to have them in that main bundle, which is £105 today. Now we know that that's a considered a purchase, but actually to have all of that metallic goodness in one box when it comes through to you, you're going to absolutely love it. And you can mix and match these, as Craig's shown us. You can mix and match across the whole range and use them side by side, which I absolutely love. So whether you're going to use your ink pads to do sort of on your embossing folders that Craig just showed, and then do your pens for the edges, do your mats and layers like Craig showed, I've definitely learned a lot today. So, and I'm hoping Craig's going to be showing us a little bit more. So we're going to head over to Craig and see what he's got next to show for us. What you got over there, Craig?
Let's just doodle.
Doodle. I love a doodle. Yes,
Let's
please.
doodle. So it was all very well me showing you earlier on finished samples of the outline markers, but what we are going to do is just show you exactly how they work. You know, you don't need to do anything specific, nothing different. You can just draw, you can colour, you can do whatever you like. If we take the amethyst here, so each of these, that main centre point of the pen, the colour that you lay down is going to be silver, but what's going to happen is the outline is going to be whatever pen that you use.
I love these. I love them so much.
They're so much fun. They're so fun. So for simply drawing an outline with the heart, you've got that thick silver, metallic silver, but then what you've also got is you've got that purple. I say outline, but it works on both ways, so outline and inner line as well. The edge
that's
of the
why
pen.
I call them magic, because if you was to colour that heart in, it all becomes silver.
So exactly.
I know, and I never get that because I think, how, that's magic. They're amazing. I just think they are the most brilliant pens I've ever come across, Craig.
They really are. And if you were to go back over what you've just done there, so even if I was to go back over that heart there, my silver is going to eradicate that lilac purple
amazing.
outline. And
I
then
love it. I love them so much.
what we're left with is full silver,
Yeah, look at that.
but with a purple outline.
They
Now, I would
are so clever.
And even if I went and done, so I didn't go and draw another heart on purpose, you know, I could still go back to this one that was fully dry, and it's going to take away that purple outline. I'm not going to colour it on, so I want to doodle with a few other things, but it takes that outline away, or that inner line as well. So whether you are going to doodle, let's take the neon pink, and then we can then go in and then let's do a little circle. And I'll tell you what, let's do a circle, colour it in so it's all silver with a pink outline, and then we can go all the way around. Now,
They are, they're magic. I told you, they're magic.
I ain't an artist, trust me, I ain't
Look at
an
that,
artist.
the pink outline. I mean, that's amazing.
But
so
you do.
amazing.
It's so amazing. So even if you go into the detail, so I've just gone and done those flicks into the middle, what you've got is you've got that pink outline. If I go in with the green, now if purposely I've not primed this, what you need to do when you get them, the nib looks yellow. Now that just means that there's no colour come through yet. So something very, very similar to the other pen set. All you need to do, give them a bit of a shake, and then you're just going to go down onto a bit of cardstock, and then you're just going to give them a few pumping actions. And then what will happen is you'll start to see the colour start to flow down. So you can see that's starting to come out now. There we go. So I'm just going to give it another couple. So I've got a little pool, and then that's you. You're ready to go. So as you start to colour or draw, that colour is going to continuously run through that nib. So if we were to then just use them, so then we can go in. And then even with the green, you're going to get that silver.
So clever,
But then
isn't
you're
it?
going to get that green outline.
I'm definitely going to be writing all my Christmas cards out
Exactly.
with these
Yes.
pens.
Exactly.
Because people will wonder how you've done them. They'll be like, how have you got that outline around that silver pen?
They're going to wonder. But even little dots. Even little dots.
Magic. Told you it's magic.
It is so
if you want
magic.
these today, you're going to get them. If you just want to dibble in a little bit, £10.79 this package for 6 of the dazzling brights, and you get that different colour outline on every one of them. I love that, just writing with them, having that outline, colouring with them. These are amazing pens, Craig.
They are. And this one here, what I've got, I need to give this a little bit more of a pumping action, but all that you need to do is you can imagine writing your cards. So that is silver, but with a black outline. So let's go into the yellow. So let's say, and Happy New Year. So
Oh, look at that. That yellow one's lovely.
really nice, isn't it? And the thing is, even though it's yellow or pink or blue or green, the outline, it is, when I say it's bold, it's not bold as in it's a thick outline, but really up close. You can crystal clear when you really look at it, with it being the yellow anyway, you've got that yellow outline. You can see it. The recipient's going to be like,
I know.
that's
And I love
silver
the
with
fact
yellow.
that on white card, they look amazing. You can still really see the shine on them. I love these. If you were going to treat yourself to anything today, go for these pens, because honestly, they wow me every time when you're using them, and they're really nice to write with as well, aren't they, Craig?
Oh, they're really nice. They're nice and smooth. They're
really smooth.
really got that thick nib as well. But yeah, whether you are, I'm just going to take another piece. Whether you are just going to be writing the recipient's name, or even if you're just going to do the colour, you're getting that silver. But as Debbie was saying, and as I showed you as well, whether you go in and you use them to colour, that whole aperture of what you colour is going to be silver, and then that complete outline. So whether it's a smooth outline, whether it's a zigzag outline, whether it's a font, whatever it is that you write, you colour, whatever you lay down, you're going to get that coloured edge. So that one there, it's scratchy, but you've still got that scratchy colour to the edge of it as well. It's fab. They are absolutely fab. I adore them as well. It's not until today that I've realised that I need to use these more than what I do. As you said, I do them for my birthday cards anyway, for my friends and family. Yeah, I need to start using these a lot more.
I know, they're so good, aren't they? And I didn't realise how good they were. I only used them a couple of weeks ago. I was down at Hobby Maker and we were selling them and I was like, wow, these are truly magic markers. Absolutely love them. We're going to do our demo of the show. So, Craig, what have you got lined up for us? Look at them. I mean, it's going to be a hard one. There's a couple to choose from, but boy, is it going to be a difficult one to choose today. So what have you got over there then, Craig?
So we've got the 3 of them. So that middle one, I just combined my box lid while you were chatting earlier on, Debbie. But we've got the 3 of them here. So we've got number 1, we've then got number 2, or we've got number 3. So 3 to choose from. All, I'd like to think, different techniques with each of them when it comes to all 3. So 1, 2 or 3?
1, 2 or 3. So get voting. Yeah, my money's on 1 or 2. 1 is amazing. Yeah, really nice technique. Thank you to everyone that sent in messages today. You're all saying you love the lucky bags, which is great, yes. Suzanne's saying she's looking forward to seeing these in action. Looking forward to seeing the pencils in action. We might be able to fit in just a few minutes with, Craig might just be able to colour a little something in. We will see how we go for time. So everyone's saying wonderful, magic markers, well done, Craig. Debbie is so giddy. It makes me smile. The little things, Debbie, giggles. Yeah, it is the little things that always makes me giggle. And Rosalind's saying that she thinks she needs to buy the show because she can never have enough markers. That is very true. If you can go for Shop the Show, obviously that is the best value. You're saving over £43 on the whole collection. If you want to cherry pick, you can also do that as well because we have lots of deals on everything across the show today. I think you'll agree that everything we've got in this bundle is magnificent. Everything is usable with each other thing. It is just incredible. Now Craig's getting out his pencils for us, so we're just going to have a quick look and see what he's got in store. But we're nearly at the end of the show. I don't know where the time has gone, Craig.
I don't know. It's absolutely
So what can you show us?
So what we're going to do, I've got a little bit of that black card, 4x6, using my metallic pencils. And I'm going to use the purple, the blue, the yellow, and the green. And all that we are going to do, I'm going to take a little bit of a scrap. I tell you what, we're just going to do it on the back. I like to have that smooth edge to colour. Now, you're ready for this. All that I'm going to do is I'm going to colour back and forwards. Back and forwards, I'm going to go in with that blue. And then I'm going to go in with the purple. So once again, I'm just going to start off with a flatter edge. You can go direct onto it. It's just me that I don't like going in with that point, precision point that you get with the pencils to start with. And then I'm going to lay that one down. So we're going to lay it in, and then I'm going to cross over that blue as well, blend them together.
You can't even see where that one goes into the next colour. It's amazing.
Blue into the purple. Let's just do the same again here. So we're going to now go in with that yellow. So I'm going in, and I'm going in quite light to start with, like you'll have found with a lot of the demos, and then building up. So building up that colour, and then I'm going in just to blend in back in. Let's go back in, and I'm just going to go back with that purple to blend in. We're going to go in with the green now. Flatten off that edge. I'm going to now come in, and then we're going to colour, and I say that very, very loosely. We're just going to go in, we're laying it down. So although there is so many techniques across on our YouTube, if you only want to lay a basis of colour down, you can do. I'm going to come in with my silver, and I'm going to go in with the 3 3 mil. Just going to get that going. And then I am loosely going to freehand a circle.
Oh, wow. Now, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could go over the pencils with your
You can
metallic pens.
indeed.
Look at that.
Absolutely, you can do. So let's go in. I'm just going to round that edge.
Oh!
Yeah. Now, if you've got any of your little die cuts of that, you can absolutely do that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then what about bringing in one of your panel dies
Oh, look at
and
that.
lay that over the back.
Oh, wow. That's amazing, Craig.
And that's dots with the silver, but then if I bring this one
Wow.
in so you can see better.
Look at that.
So, Debbie, 4 scribbles.
Yes.
4
For a
scribbles.
background. That's amazing. I think actually that's my favourite card of the show.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Craig, your demos today have just been insane. I've
Thank you.
loved every one of them. We'll have a quick look at what we've got. So if you do want to go for that whole bundle and everything Craig showed you today, and please save that show and go back and watch it. The Colour Me Happy shows are so informal. Everything on there is tutorial and I absolutely love them. I've learnt loads from Craig today. You're getting this whole bundle for £105 today or $140. If you are platinum price, you are getting another 5% off your £84. If you're a gold member, you will pay the £84 platinum price today, which is absolutely incredible. I've absolutely loved today, or this morning, this first show. You've got me and Craig all day today. Remember, we've got the craft along, which is going to be amazing. So absolutely incredible door reveals. We've also got Second Chance Sunday, which is one of my absolute favourite shows because we show you a lot of what you want to see again, what we want to see again. People are asking me about my phone case. I just got it offline.
Later on as well.
Wowzers, that is stunning. Demo of the show is number 1. Thank you for voting that one. I think we knew that was the one it was going to be. So that's the one you've got, Craig. Craig, thank you so much,
Debbie.
for the last couple of hours. It's been amazing.
It has,
Thank you for watching us. Please join us back here at 2 p.m. where we're going to be joining Craig doing that craft along, which is going to be incredible. And then you've got a lovely afternoon with Second Chance Sunday. So thank you very much, and we'll join you later. Mwah. Bye.